turn now back to your forewarn forecast with forewarn meteorologist Kaylee Wentz. And Kaylee, obviously today is a very busy day. We're already seeing that snow in a lot of areas. And really, it feels like it's kind of been snowing all day.
It has been snowing all day. One of the reasons that it hasn't necessarily been sticking here in Buffalo is because it didn't have other snow to stick to. It was hitting that warm, wet pavement and sort of melting right away. But areas south of the city of Buffalo, that has not been the case. This is a view of Holiday Valley, and you can see all of the fresh snowpack already on the ground there. And here's an updated look at how much snow we've seen so far over the last 24 hours. Forestville has been the winner, seeing over 8.5 inches of snow. Perrysburg, as of about noontime today, that's the last official report, we had a little over 5 inches. Cassadaga, 5 inches. Boston, a little over 2.5. Randolph, just under that 2.5-inch mark. And the Buffalo Airport, a measly ½ inch sticking on the ground. However, now that we've all cooled down substantially, we are looking at any snow that's falling from this point on, at least in Buffalo northward, sticking to the ground. Areas south, you've already seen that start to take place. So this is, again, an updated view of our very own satellite and radar, showing you some of the heaviest snow, mainly across southern Erie and into Wyoming counties at this point. Areas from Buffalo north, even up towards the falls, right along the 190 there, seeing some heavier bursts of snow. And there's another one a little bit further east across Niagara County. Going to break all of this down for you because we've had a lot of weather alerts coming into the newsroom starting yesterday, and they'll continue all the way through 6 p.m. tomorrow. Our winter storm warnings are for areas shaded in pink. It includes southern Erie, Wyoming, Chautauqua, and Cattaraugus counties. We've got a new alert today. This is a winter weather advisory for northern Erie and Genesee counties, again extending through that same time period, 6 p.m. on Wednesday. And McKean County still under that advisory, in addition to Allegheny County through 6 p.m. tomorrow. So everybody in this winter weather right now, and on the hour-by-hour forecast, it won't surprise you to see that snowfall sticking around all evening long tonight. We are anticipating this once again to pick up a little bit in intensity overnight and into early tomorrow morning. I paused the models close to about 6 or 7 o'clock. That's when most of you are heading out the door for that morning commute, and it will for sure be a slower one tomorrow, because one of the differences from today to tomorrow is that the snow is going to go from this heavy, wet, sloppy kind of snow to a lighter, fluffier snow. And so that means that because winds are going to be stronger, we'll have a little bit of blowing and drifting going on tomorrow. So plan extra time for that morning commute. Into tomorrow afternoon, snow will sink further south and east, and we'll have some of it start to taper a little bit in intensity. So by about dinner tomorrow or that evening commute, things will be much improved. Now for early Thursday morning, we're talking just a few flurries throughout the early morning hours, but Thursday will be a day full of improvements and actually warm-ups. And that warm-up will continue not only for Thursday, but for Friday into the weekend. We're even talking about near 50 degrees for Sunday. So really all over the place this week in terms of temperature and snow. Here's a look at how much more we are expecting on top of what we've already seen through tomorrow night. Niagara Falls over into Orleans County as well, looking at between 2 and 4 to 3 to 6 inches. That includes the Buffalo Metro. Areas like Springville, like the Boston Hills, are talking another 5 to 10 inches. And that bullseye region across Chautauqua Ridge, 8 to 14. So another foot on top of what you've already seen. These are going to be manageable though, because it's from now until tomorrow night around the same time period. So you've got a good stretch for that snow to fall. Now temperatures, on the other hand, a little bit cooler. These are harder to deal with if you have to head outside to do any shoveling. We're talking mid-20s across the southern tier, low 30s further north, with wind gusts that are extremely breezy. So once the snow turns a little bit lighter, be ready for visibility drops. And we're already starting to see that. The Buffalo Metro now down to about 3 miles, Niagara Falls down to about 3/4 of a mile, and that's what we're seeing for a lot of western New York. So keep that in mind for tonight. Visibility is going to be a concern, blowing and drifting snow, and those snow showers will ramp up as temperatures fall. For tomorrow, we're looking at a high temperature back into the mid-30s, that snow starting to taper by afternoon, and then the warm-up on the way. We're back into the 40s for the end of the work week and the 50s by the weekend. Christy?